All right, we are at Lake Arnold, which isn't really much of a lake, it's a pond. This is at about 3,700 feet, partially up the way of Mount Colden for my 20th high peak. This is a really pretty spot. I was actually kind of slightly hoping this would be a decent looking trout pond, but it doesn't really drop off all that much. So it's September 1st. It's really cool out here temperature wise. It's supposed to be a high of 60 today, and which is definitely a bit of a relief from what it's been over the summer. It's just been, as I said before, obnoxiously hot and all that. So I haven't had to drink nearly as much water, which has been pretty nice. And this is a really beautiful area, this trail. There's plenty of areas to get water if you do run out. So, but we're not at any risk of that today, it seems like. All right, we're at about 4,300 feet right now. You can see a good chunk of the McIntyre Range here with Algonquin right there. And Avalanche, which is not part of the McIntyre Range, but that's about 3,800 feet, and that's right over there. So we're getting pretty close to the summit, starting to feel pretty peaky. These trees are very short. So lots of bedrock here, running water, but it's really not that slippery. There's been a lot of water in the trail, a lot of mud. We had a pretty decent rainstorm come through, and so that's kind of saturated everything. So it looks worse than it is on this. Overall, a very narrow trail, but also a very enjoyable climb. The Lake Arnold Trail is a fan favorite, and for very good reasons. It is absolutely gorgeous. We're not on that now, at least I don't think we are. But yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous trail. Highly recommend going on it, even if you're not going to the summit. I love sections of trails like this. This is super nice. It's a bit of a bog and stuff, but it's also so neat how this is a high elevation bog. You have these nice planks that you can walk on here, so you're not getting soaked. And good pine smell, absolutely brilliant. All right guys, we've reached a very interesting little slab here. This might be a pain in the butt. Friend here just had some difficulty. We're gonna see what we can do here. There is the informative sign that we are entering an alpine zone. So same deal as I've said on the other ones, just, you know, try and keep off of all of the things. Okay, yeah, this is, we might have to go the other way. Oh, wait a second. There we go. There was actually an under rock that made that a lot easier. All right, guys, more slabs. Pretty much a common theme around the summits of these high peaks. This one's going to be a little difficult just because it's a little wet, but sometimes it's psychological. You got to put a lot of faith into this tree here, which I think everybody grabs. So that's what makes it a little nerve-wracking sometimes, is you don't know how stable these all are. But not too bad. We're up there. No issues. Yeah, we're getting very much into alpine vegetation now. So, same deal, just walk on the rocks, not on the plants. You want to go the other way?
Yeah, I know.
Winds are whipping up here. Such a fantastic place. It's quite chilly up here too. You know, high temperature for Lake Placid today was supposed to be 60, which you can see Lake Placid right down there. And so up here at 4,700 feet, it's probably in the upper 40s, low 50s. So I do have a hoodie in the backpack, which is something I have not worn in a very long time with how hot it's been this summer. All right, getting off the false summit, going to the summit. So slight descent here. I don't really think it's technically a col because it's not between two mountains. It's just a false summit of a mountain, but it doesn't look like it drops off all that much. I'm not a very quick descender, especially when I first start descending. I kind of pick up pace a little bit later, but I also have a camera on my head, so I don't want to fall. Or send this thing into a pine tree or something of that nature. That's what I do not want to do. All right, actually some thick-ish forest here, which is pretty neat in between these two. And it feels like we dropped a ton of elevation just because of how much taller these trees are, but we didn't at all. I think we dropped maybe like 50 feet at the most from that fall summit. So, but really, really neat. This is all these little micro spots in these mountains. It's just so cool because you can just feel like you're so far away from the spot you just were in a couple of feet. All right, well, I was wrong, guys. It looks like we are going into another little coal-ish thing, but kind of not a coal because it's all the same mountain. I don't really know. Those of you who are a lot better with topography and elevation can probably correct me. So we're going down this very neat curved ladder. You can see all the spikes in this thing from everyone that, you know, used spikes, and because it doesn't get cold in the Adirondacks at all, ever. It's actually tropical. You should definitely come and visit here in the winter if you like warm weather. All right, well, this is going to be a fun drop with an expensive camera. Actually doesn't look all that bad, I think. Might just do a slight slide. RIP shorts. I really love this trail, guys. This has definitely been one of my more enjoyed high peaks excursions so far. Number 20. These ladders are all so cool and pretty much necessary. You know, I don't want to record just the ladders and give you guys a false impression that these are all really just easy hand-holding trails, because they are not. This isn't like other parts of New York State or places that are run by the or Department of Parks that, you know, pretty much will rope off anything steep and not want you to fall down and die. This is, you're out here and you can die out here. This is such a neat ladder. I absolutely love this. It's like kind of a staircase without the railing, and also made for people with like really tiny feet. So this is so nice. I love this. So neat. Keep going up. This definitely would get covered with snow very, very quickly in probably a month and a half here. All right, you can see right across here the fall summit that we were at. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Boundary Peak, the way it looks from between Algonquin and Iroquois, so that's pretty cool. Check out this rock formation, guys. It's like almost like a weird cave thing. This is so cool. We're on what I believe is the final descent. So we're getting there. Just want to make sure my head clearance is good through here. Wow, this is so neat. I love this mountain. There's the spot that you can illegally camp at. That's probably $800 a month given current rent and housing prices. Just for right under there. All right, here we go. The branch off to the summit. 20 of 46 at Colden at 4714 feet. A little bit wooded on this side, but you can still make out the top of Algonquin over there. And then look at that view over here. Absolutely fantastic mountain. And it's nice that this summit here is kind of away from some of the exposed areas, just because of purposes of wind shelter and stuff like that. That's quite nice. So 20 of 46. Glad to take you guys along.